What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick, and I'm back with another video. I'm staying consistent like promised. We're on Sunday. MLB draft is today, but I want to talk about past today and into the second half of the MLB season. What will we see? I'm going to post another video later on this month about trade deadline predictions, and August 1st, I will post my post-trade deadline trade review video. But that's not what this video is about. It's about awards, standings, my World Series prediction as of right now with the way teams are currently constructed. So let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna do the regular East, Central, and West, how they're lined up right now. As of right now, the Blue Jays lead the East by 2 games, 55-41. The Yankees are 53-43, Red Sox 53-45, the Rays are 50-47, and the Orioles are 43-52. Now from the AL East, the team that I really like in this division that many people made fun of after a big move this season is the Boston Red Sox. I believe that the Boston Red Sox will be the ones to come out on top of this division. There's many reasons why. I'm going to talk about one of the big reasons later on, but I'll mention him just a little bit right now. I think Garrett Crochet will be a big reason as to why the Red Sox end up winning that division and possibly going far in the playoffs. Cedano Rafaela, I mentioned it in my snub video yesterday, a great all-around player at this point. Who would have thought that just in the start of June, nobody would have thought that, but here he is now, providing some type of spark for this team, even with Bregman being out for a long period of time. 10-game winning streak right now, a very streaky team, so they could go on 10 wins right now, and just coming out of the break, they could lose 7. But as of now, I think they're going to be that team that jets up even more from where they are to end up winning that division. I'm not going to talk about my wild card picks yet. You'll see those once I finish this AL. So now we go to the Central. I don't really have to do much talking here. Tigers, probably the best team in the American League. Even though they just lost, we got swept by the Mariners. I still think the Tigers will win that division. 59-38 right now. 11 and a half games over 500. So there's not much you can do. Not much talking to do for that division. In the West, though, the Astros lead 56-40, 5 games above the Seattle Mariners. 51-45 for the Mariners, 48-49 for the Rangers. A big win this weekend, a big series win this weekend over the Houston Astros, 2-1. The Angels at 47-49, and the A's at 41-57. I do think that the Houston Astros will win this division. Yes, they fall on the hard times, but yes, they have a lot of injuries. Jordan Alvarez, Christian Javier, Jeremy Pena, Luis Garcia, JP France, Spencer Arrighetti. The list can keep going and going and going and going and going. Oh, Jake Myers as well. But I think this Astros team, the fact that they've won 56 games and Jordan only played like 1 series since the start of May, they're doing something right down in Houston because I'm an Astros fan, like you see right over there. Texans fan as well. We'll get into football in a few weeks, but right now we're staying on baseball. But I think the Astros will win the American League West. Our wild card predictions. For the first wild card spot in the American League, I do think that the Toronto Blue Jays will hold that spot. I don't think they'll win the division. I think, like I said, it'll go to the Red Sox, but I do think that it will go to the Blue Jays. Number 2, I have the Yankees. The Yankees, ups and downs as well, like everybody in baseball, but I do think the Yankees will hold on to that second spot. And for that third and final wild card spot, give me the Texas Rangers. I feel like the Rangers are going to keep getting hot. Their offense has been one of the best in baseball since about late June. So I think they're only going to keep getting better from here. They already have the best ERA, team ERA in baseball. So it's only going to get better from this point going forward. Switching over to the National League, we're going to go straight to the NL East. No skips. Let's straight go. The Phillies, the Mets are the 2 big teams from that division you need to watch out for. And I have the Philadelphia Phillies winning the East. I think just their body of work over the last few seasons. The Mets, they're going to be a great team. don't know if they're going to win a division this season. Maybe next season. I just don't think it's this year. The Phillies, they have to do something after all. They have to win a World Series. They have to do something with Harper on this team. I think their best window is right now to win a World Series. But I don't think that they're going to win the World Series. We'll get into that later on, just after this. In the Central, you have the Cubs at 57-39, the Brewers at 56-40, the Cardinals at 51-46, and the Reds at 50-47. You can pretty much scratch out the Pirates as of this point. Scratch them out. They're not going to do anything. My division winner from this division will be the Milwaukee Brewers. Jacob Mizorowski will lead this team. He will be the Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. He's going to continue the stretch that he's been on throughout the rest of the season. He's going to be the Rookie of the Year. But I'll get into that later on about his other contenders for that spot. But as of right now, I think the Brewers will win the division because they've been probably the best team in this division since May started. And moving on to the NL West, I don't really have to talk about anybody else. Yes, they've been struggling. 2-game win streak now. They're trying to get back to where they are. Suffered a lot of injuries in that rotation this year, and they're still atop the division. The Los Angeles Dodgers will win the division. Wild card teams. My first wild card team will be the New York Mets. Talking about them just a little bit. I think that they're a good team. I don't know if they're going to win the division. My second team, Chicago Cubs. Not that good against teams above 500. We've seen them struggle outside of the month of April against teams above 500. So I don't know how they'll fare for the rest of this season. And my third and final wild card team, I'm going to give it to, drum roll, psych, we're not doing drum rolls. Give it to the San Francisco Giants. I think that the Giants and Rafael Devers will step up throughout the rest of the season and will be the third and final wild card team in the National League. ALCS, give me the Astros taking on the Tigers, a rematch from last year's wild card. In the National League, give me the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Philadelphia Phillies. I gotta be kind of biased here. I love AJ Hinch, but I'm also love my Astros. I love my Astros. So give me the Astros versus the Dodgers. I want 2017 rematch. I want it. Both teams healthy. We want that. As baseball fans, you should want that. To finally see this be just over with, these two, and give me the Astros in 6. Houston in 6. I'm calling it now. Houston in 6. Yeah, you heard me. But let's get straight on to the next part of this video with the awards for the rest of the season, who I think will win MVP, Manager of the Year for each league, Rookies of the Year, Cy Young. So this next bit of information I compiled from Fangraphs, Baseball Reference. I will have my spreadsheet for my Cy Young and my MVPs listed down below. Managers of the Year first, though. Pretty simple for me. I think it has to be Joe Espada due to all the injuries he's been through, and I think the Astros are still going to be a 90-plus win team. Just being able to do all that and still be Manager of the Year, or still having success, kudos to Joe. National League, give it to Pat Murphy. Nobody thought this Brewers team traded away your closer. They always do it. They find a way. The National League version of the Rays, probably more successful. They keep doing it. Give me Pat Murphy and Joe Espada for my Managers of the Year. Now for my Rookies of the Year, you're not going to find them on my stat sheet that I have on link down below. Jacob Mizorowski, I already said it. I think he's going to be my National League Rookie of the Year. 0.4 WAR, 2.81 ERA, 3.83 FIP. I already said this yesterday or in my last video. Fielded independent pitching. How is a pitcher by himself? And for a rookie, he's doing good. 33.7 strikeout percentage, 11.2 walk percentage, all right ground ball rate, average ground ball rate, and 25.2 innings pitched. Still early on in his career, but I think it's only going to shoot up. So he's my Rookie of the Year. But he's not the only rookie that's been doing it this season. There's 2 catches from the National League East that have been exceptional. Augustine Ramirez, 103 WRC plus, batting .238 with a .466 slug, .2 WAR, so not really. 14 home runs though. Former Yankees prospect, almost similar to Carlos Narvaez. the Yankees just producing catchers apparently now. They're just producing them, you know. You have a catcher, you have one. Just shooting them out, yeah. And we also have Drake Baldwin. 11 home runs this year. Was very unlucky his first few series of the year. Found a way to turn it on though. 138 WRC plus, 2.1 WAR, 489 slugging, 357 on base, and 285 is the batting average. 207 plate appearances, 64 games played this year. He's taking over that catching spot. He pretty much took it away from Sean Murphy because Sean Murphy was hurt. Murphy had struggled the year before. The Braves had struggled now for the past 2 seasons. I also like Drake Baldwin. And I wouldn't be surprised, just because I said all that about the Miz, I wouldn't be surprised if Drake Baldwin did end up winning National League Rookie of the Year. Now in the American League, we're going to talk about a few guys that were just drafted between the last 2 drafts. First, we're going to talk about Jacob Wilson, 6th overall pick in 2023 to the, at the time, Oakland Athletics. According to Fangraphs, 2.9 WAR, 134 WRC plus, a WOBA of 368, 466 slug, batting 334 with a 378 on base, 9 home runs in 86 games played. A hit machine is what Jacob Wilson has been this season. I'm not going to post highlights due to copyright restrictions and claims and everything, but put on some Jacob Wilson highlights, you're going to see him hit, and hit. Sadly, it's for Sacramento now, not Oakland. Only if he can do this at a major league stadium, because I feel kind of bad for the guys that have to play for the Athletics. Like, I heard Lawrence Butler talking about it. It's something making your debut in a minor league stadium. You don't want that. You want to make your debut in a major league stadium because you made it to Major League Baseball. Sad for the A's, but Jacob Wilson might be the top pick for the Rookie of the Year. Teammate Nick Kurtz, though, 1.0 WAR, 1 WAR, 540 slug, 330 on base, 252 is the average, 16 home runs, and only 57 games played. Wow. They got a stud. Nick Kurtz, you are a stud. You know, you gotta add that space when you say his name. Nick Kurtz, you are a stud, my brother. You are a stud. But lastly, I gotta talk about the man on my team, the Houston Astros. We've been talking about this already, man. You know, Cam Smith, the man in the return from the Kyle Tucker trade. 1.8 WAR according to Fangraphs, 118 WRC plus, a 339 on the WOBA, 422 is a slug, 348 on base, 280 is the average, and 7 home runs in 81 games played. Spectacular defense in right field. He was just drafted last year as a third baseman. Replacing Kyle Tucker in right field. In right field, you never played that position before, and you're one of the best defensively. If you want to look at outs above average, DRS, he's one of the best. So shout out to Cam, but I do think Jacob Wilson will end up taking the American League Rookie of the Year. Cy Young. There's 3 names I want to talk about, but there's 2 I really want to talk about in the American League. So you have Fried, Skubal, and Crochet. I will kind of cross out Fried's name from this. A 2.9 WAR, according to Fangraphs. Doing great this year. But if you look at StatCast, it's not that many Reds, you know. If you're a StatCast kind of person, you probably won't like looking at Fried on StatCast just because there's not a lot of Reds. You know, if you like a Red, you know, you're not going to like Fried. But still a great season. 2.9 WAR, 3.03 FIP, 2.43 ERA. One of the best ground ball pitchers in baseball with a 51.3 ground ball percentage, 5.5 on the walk percentage, 23.1 K percentage, 122 innings pitched, and 20 starts this season. Skubal, many people's pick for the Cy Young, not mine. I'm going to give it to the next man I'm going to talk about. But this season, 4.7 WAR, 2.02 FIP, 2.23 ERA, ground ball percentage of 41.9, 3.5 walk percentage, 33.4 K percentage, and 121 innings pitched. Won the Cy Young last year, struggled his first start of the year, and just dominated ever since. Has dominated every single team that he's gone up against this season. Besides the Mariners, but every other team he's dominated this year. But my pick for the Cy Young, because you'll like him. I know Red Sox fans out there, Jay Banksy, looking at you, you like him. 4.3 WAR, 2.41 is the FIP, 2.23 is the ERA, ground ball percentage at 48.6, a K percentage 31.2, walk percentage at 6.6, 129 is the innings pitched. His first full season really as a starter. Last year, the White Sox kind of limited him because they wanted him to stay healthy, because last year was really his first go-around at being a full-time starter in the majors. And they wanted to make sure he was healthy so they could trade him. And this is what the results of being healthy has been for him. We see what he's doing with the Red Sox, boosting them back up to where they are a playoff team right now after the Devers trade that everybody thought they were going to keep tanking and falling. No, they've actually done the opposite. They've gone up, Giants have gone down. For the Giants, though, on the National League side, we have Logan Webb. He's probably going to be a third for the National League Cy Young. 3.4 WAR according to Fangraphs. 2.52 is the FIP. 2.94 is the ERA. A great ground ball pitcher over his career. Maybe not. He's probably one of his lowest ground ball percentages this season at 51.8. 27.1 is the K percentage, and 5.5 is his walk percentage. My number 2 for the Cy Young this year, Paul Skeens. 27.9 is the K percentage, 6.4 is the walk percentage, 46.9 ground ball rate, 2.10 ERA, 2.41 FIP, and a 4.0 WAR. What hasn't Skeens done? Starting the All-Star game on Tuesday in Atlanta against Tarek Skubal. The Cy Young will come to him someday. I don't know if it's this year. Great season, exceptional season though. But I just want to see my number 1, Zach Wheeler, finally get his first Cy Young. 2.36 ERA, 2.69 FIP, 3.7 F WAR, 33 strikeout percentage, 5.6 is the walk percentage, 39.7 ground ball rate. I think this is the year where he finally gets his Cy Young. I hope it is. I pray it is for him. His exceptional season. He's already stated once this contract is up in 2027, this is it. 35 years old. He's done a lot in his career. He's battled injuries, everything under the sun. And hopefully he can win his first ever Cy Young. Staying with the National League though on their awards, we're going to go to MVP for the National League. I have 2 guys that I've listed here who I think are mostly everybody's top 2, who will be the top 2 in a race for the MVP. Shohei Ohtani and Pete Crow-Armstrong. This year with through PCA, 5.4 WAR, 1.8 defensive WAR, and this is according to Baseball Reference. 94 games played, same as Ohtani. 98 hits, 25 home runs, 70 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, batting .266 with a .304 on base, with a .549 slugging, and an OPS at .852, 141 OPS plus. His WRC plus is a 139 with a 4.9 F WAR, but his defense is something to write home about. 15 outs above average and a 15 defensive run save. He's going to possibly put up one of the greatest defensive seasons that we ever seen in our lifetimes. And he's doing with the bat as well. Yeah, maybe he's not walking that well. He may struggle against lefties a lot. But we're seeing something that we haven't seen in a while. Great defense, great offense. Match it together. You get PCA. Ohtani's case, though, 4.3 B WAR. His F4 is 4.2. A WRC plus at 168. OPS plus at 175, 987 is his OPS. Batting .275 with a slugging at .608, 32 home runs, 60 RBIs, and 12 stolen bases. As of the time I did the stats, they could have gone up or down today. But honestly, 2 great players. Still, skill sets are 2 different things though. You have Ohtani DHing, being the first ever DH last year, full-time DH last year to win the MVP. PCA doing it on both sides. But my winner will be Shohei Ohtani. I know there's a big difference with the wars, but I just think what Shohei provides for that Los Angeles lineup is something different. Because we see multiple people in the Cubs lineup, but Freddie struggled for a little bit now. Mookie has kind of struggled all year since his illness. Will Smith has been excellent, but it's really just Will Smith and Shohei that have been excellent. You have Potheads who has stepped up as well as a standout. But I think it's Ohtani's award. Not to necessarily lose, but I think it's his award for another year running. American League, we have Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge. I do think this is Aaron Judge's award to lose. WRC plus at 221, 7.4 F WAR, a 7 B WAR. If you look at Cal Raleigh's 4.9 B WAR, 6.1 F WAR. Judge is a great or average, good to great center fielder defensively. 3 outs above average, 4 DRS. Meanwhile, Cal Raleigh, -4 DRS and only 3 catcher framing runs. OPS plus 230 for Judge, OPS plus at 190 for Raleigh. 1.204 OPS, 739 slugging, and a 358 batting average for Judge. 35 home runs, 81 RBIs, but for Raleigh, 38 home runs, 82 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, so a 30-10 season is upon us. Almost a 40-10 season is upon us. Batting .261 with a on base at 374, 638 is a slug, and a 1.011 OPS. I do think that it's still Judge's award to lose. I think that he will win another MVP. And I don't want to hear Yankees fans talking about he should have another one because Altuve robbed him. We're not here for that. It's Altuve's award. We're not here for that. But I do think that Aaron Judge is this year's MVP. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe down below. Leave comments, suggestions for more video ideas. If you had anything to say about my predictions, say it down below, and I'll get back to you in the comments. Subscribe.